Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. Plagiarism is something that is well known to a great many of you, as the videos covering confirmed plagiarist Philip Mewson, formerly of IGN, can well attest. In those videos, I discussed how a YouTuber had plagiarized journalists through the course of numerous articles in order for him to create his own YouTube videos, which secured him a job at IGN, where he then continued his acts of confirmed plagiarism. And no, referring to him as a confirmed plagiarist Philip Mewson never gets old, at least not for me. However, today we have a case of plagiarism on the part of a journalist working for PCGamer, where the information was lifted from a YouTuber, and while the video and article are both several years old, it is worth discussing as plagiarism is a form of theft. In fact, it's actually a form of copyright infringement. However, I do have to announce with a bit of sadness that this will likely be the final video containing a sponsorship for some time. The contractual obligations will be fulfilled, and for my part, I'm extremely glad that everyone has welcomed this sponsorship, and thanks to everyone for the words of encouragement. I suppose I have a minor amount of PTSD when it comes to backlash over sponsorships, so this has been a refreshing change of pace. Yes, that's right, I went and got a sponsor, because YouTube ad revenue is beyond garbage right now. Of course, I don't want to promote any sort of mobile game or any of that nonsense, so I chose to go with Ridge Wallet. These guys sent me my own Ridge wallet, which I chose the carbon fiber wallet because I'm a big fan of uniform branding, and I like it far more than I originally thought I would. The Ridge wallet is small, yet effective, with a sleek design that holds up to 12 cards plus room for your cash that can also easily fit in your front pocket. There are over 30 colors to choose from, plus they also sell phone cases, bags, and even a knife. And the Ridge team are so confident that you'll like these wallets, they're willing to allow you to test drive them for 45 days, which, if you don't love the wallet, simply send it back for a full refund. So get your Ridge wallet today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/SidAlpha and use the code SidAlpha for 10% off your order. Link is in the description below. Plagiarism itself can take many forms. Most people traditionally see it as directly copying someone else's work and passing it off as your own. However, that is not always the case. Direct plagiarism is simply the most easily identifiable and the easiest to trace down. A smart plagiarist will take down someone's work and then reword and rephrase everything in order for it to appear to be their own original piece, meanwhile never so much as bothering to cite the original writer or creator. Reworded plagiarism is still, in fact, plagiarism, simply a form of plagiarism that takes slightly more effort. Now, one thing you will notice with a great many news articles online within the gaming world is how closely similar they all are to each other. The reason for this is merely due to the fact that they're all taking their source material from the same press releases, and as such, those articles will remain substantially similar. To be clear, this is not plagiarism, merely numerous different writers all working off the same base static information. But what about when it's not from a press release? What if it was a slow news day and a writer needs something to be able to fill their quota? Well, that is when you get quote-unquote think pieces that may cover a topic that is related to the industry you're in, but isn't something that is particularly newsworthy. There's no press release to work off of, so traditionally these would be, we would assume, entirely original works by the writer. Now, as I said at the beginning, this article and the video it seems to have plagiarized was from several years ago. However, I still feel this is pertinent to discuss. The PCGamer article in question is from April 18, 2016 by James Busby, titled, "Why Do League of Legends Players Hate Teemo?" And the video that this article seems to have plagiarized is a video from Gbay99 titled, "Why League Players Hate Teemo?" That was posted to YouTube on September 1st, 2015, a full 7 months before the PCGamer article. And credit where credit is due, this information was brought to my awareness through a Reddit post made by Megavolts2002. Links to all of these will be in the description below. Now, I've read the article in its entirety, and I've also watched the video numerous times, and the general layout and information discussed bears a striking similarity to Gbay99's video, but the Reddit post did list numerous examples, so let's run through those now. I'll be playing the video clips of Gbay99 with the segment of the article highlighted to show the similarities.
But Teemo has garnered a special kind of hatred about him over the years, a hatred that has existed ever since League of Legends as a game came out. Why does everyone and their grandmother hate this cute little rat thing? And as we said in yesterday's video, there are two types of frustration in League of Legends. Firstly, frustration from something feeling like it takes no skill, and secondly, frustration from something that feels like it has no counterplay. Teemo is the embodiment of a champion that has no counterplay. Everyone has a champion they hate playing against because it feels like you can't do anything against them, right? Well, that's Teemo in a nutshell. But the annoyingness of this feeling like there's no counterplay against a champion is what makes them feel frustrating, and Teemo has always been the embodiment of this. For most top laners, you take damage that you can't prevent. There's no way to play against it. A lot of these early champions also didn't have as much movement compared to some of the champions you see today, so if a Singed or a Cho'Gath or whoever decided, this is dumb, I'm just letting him harass me until I'm dead, let's go for a trade instead and maybe we can outplay him like that, Teemo could just press W and walk away, dodging any skill shots you throw out at him and not letting his opponents initiate, especially by today's standards. He doesn't fit into a team that well, he's not tanky enough to really be a bruiser top lane, but he doesn't really have any burst to go down mid lane.
Now, when taken by themselves, one or two of these examples could be passed off as mere coincidence due to the nature of the topic being discussed. However, when taken all together, and when comparing the entirety of the video when matched up against the article, and the nature of the similarities are simply too substantial to be mere coincidence. James Busby's Twitter profile lists him as a writer for a great many traditional games media companies: PCGamer, Games Radar, Kotaku, PC Games In, LoL Esports, Rock Paper Shotgun, Red Bull Esports, and others. So it makes one wonder, if he has plagiarized this YouTuber's content, how many other articles has he plagiarized over the years on these other sites? As I said, many traditional news articles all rely on the same basic information in terms of the press release they are provided, unless they are either investigative articles or if they are think pieces such as this one. So it will be interesting for me to see in the coming days and weeks ahead just how many other pieces James Busby has plagiarized over the years. The fact of the matter is, many of them may well never be discovered due to the age, and I'm honestly surprised a 4-plus-year-old article and a nearly 5-year-old video were matched up. But regardless, plagiarism is still theft, and it is still wrong. Now, I don't blame PC Gamer, as they would have had no way of knowing, but I would most certainly urge all of these sites to begin investigating his bodies of work if evidence of additional plagiarism is presented. But what I think happened here is that James had grown so accustomed to working with press releases that when he needed to meet his quota, he had no template to work off of and likely couldn't come up with an original thought. So he decided to seek out a YouTube video on a topic, found one he liked, and lifted the content, and then quickly reworded it and threw in a couple of different examples and turns of phrase in order to make himself feel better, and then shipped it out the door. Now, who cares, right? The video's months old, he won't be getting any more views on it. Besides, it's a trifle of a thing. It's just a paycheck. Wrong. It is theft. This man didn't even have the common decency to at least cite the source for his quote article, instead choosing to pass off someone else's work as his own. And no, rewriting it a bit doesn't at all change the fact that it's still plagiarism, still theft. I mean, hell, even the title was a reworded effort over the YouTube video's title. He couldn't even be bothered to come up with that one on his own. Now, I do certainly hope that these companies investigate this man. However, they will need something to investigate. So if there are additional works of plagiarism out there, I hope that the internet can find it. They seem to do a rather excellent job with the confirmed plagiarist Philip Mewson scenario, and I hope they can apply their same excellent skills again here. Because plagiarism within this industry, or any industry, is wrong. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.